only 30 minutes for part one.
Yeah. There's a lot of questions. Welcome to another episode of Rin's podcast. This is episode 2. So today I have my sister, Suzu. You want to introduce yourself, please?
Hi, I'm Suzu, Rin's sister.
She's 3 years older. We're in New York right now in our apartment.
I live in New York and I work in theater.
Cool. Okay. Rate me as a brother from 1 to 10. Just like don't think too deeply. Just like out of 1 to 10, how am I as a brother? A younger brother. I'm 3 years younger, by the way, so.
As a brother?
Yeah.
I mean, 10 out of 10, right?
Oh! That's not what I expected.
Well, as in like...
So I'm flawless. Like, you can't ask for any more.
I didn't say as a person.
As a brother.
As a brother? As a brother? I mean, you're the only brother I have.
I know that.
Like, I can't compare a different brother to you.
But I don't do, I guess there's not much things.
I mean, as a person, you have many improvements.
No, for sure.
Like me too. But
I don't do a lot of brotherly things, but I guess there's
What is a brotherly thing? Okay, what is a brotherly thing?
I don't know. But so I'm perfect.
You're not perfect.
I'm a perfect brother.
You're 10 out of 10 as a brother.
Okay.
Because I would be 10 out of 10 as your sister.
Ooh.
Right? Because you are a 10 out of 10 brother, you would say that I am a 10 out of 10 sister.
I'd say like a solid 8.5.
I'm so offended.
Coming back to Japan and going to Japanese school immediately after, do you feel very different going to Japanese school after?
I think so, yeah. I think I was othered. By my Japanese classmates.
Gotcha.
And I think everyone has that because regardless of if you're Japanese or if you're a foreigner, like kids will bully or kids will, differentiate people who are other. So I don't think it was because I was a specific way or because they were a mean person. I think it was because I was different from everybody else.
Yeah,
right?
Because I remember that. Because for me, I feel like people ask me like, did you feel like very different coming back to Japan? I actually didn't really feel it that much. I wasn't necessarily bullied either. I think I was, maybe because I admired Japan a lot, right? You know how growing up, I loved Japan. And so I think that translated to when I came back to school in Japan, I was all for like wearing uniforms, hanging out with Japanese.
I mean, exactly. Like I wanted to go to a Japanese high school because I wanted to wear uniforms.
Yeah. But I think my personality, I think it fit well with the Japanese environment. So you have an American husband. You recently got married. Congrats. How is it having an American husband?
Oh, this is too long.
Oh.
This is going to be a long conversation, guys. Part 2.
No. You pick one. Just pick one.
Having an American husband was never on my to-do list.
Yep.
But it gives me more insight to the culture and like the cultural background and history of where I am.
Do you feel like if anything it helps, like that you're not too similar with this person? No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
I mean, like we're different people, and I think that I appreciate that.
Okay. Do you recommend an American or a non-Japanese, like do you recommend a non-Asian wife or girlfriend to me? Like having experienced that, like knowing my personality.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, would you recommend it to me?
I don't think it matters. I don't think I would say like you have to have a white girlfriend or, a black girlfriend or an Asian girlfriend. I think you should choose someone that you are.
Well, that went nowhere.
Exactly. It's a question that leads nowhere.
Do you like being the older sibling?
Yes.
And why? Just because you have the freedom to do stuff, or what?
Well, no, I think my personality is shaped.
What is it? What's your personality?
I think I take the lead in a lot of things.
Okay.
Like I like planning things. I like getting people together. I like taking care of people.
Because I'm a younger sibling?
And because I'm used to that.
Okay.
I'm used to watching out.
You never really led me though.
Well, as in like, I was the first to do stuff, right?
Okay, I can see that. Like, if I were to choose,
Yeah.
I actually would want to be the older sibling in a different life. Because I feel like as a guy,
Yeah.
like if you know, the ladies first, whatever, like,
Sure. Okay.
yeah. Like, I feel like I'll learn to take care of people better if I were to be the older sibling. When I see oni-chan,
Yeah.
or like I see siblings with the older brother, like
yeah.
our cousins, right?
Yeah.
Like the oldest guy he's a dude. I kind of envy that. And I feel like there would have been traits
Yeah.
that I could have gotten as an older brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could still practice on those traits.
I could. I'm already like almost 30. That's kind of
So,
How many kids would you want? Like as of now, like things can change.
do I even want kids?
Okay, even there, like, because we're two, because we're just sister and brother.
Yeah.
There's just two of us.
Yeah.
But
Would I want? How many kids would I want?
yeah,
Well, I know you want 11.
what did I say? I want 11.
When you were like little in elementary school, you were
yeah.
like, I want 11.
The more, the merrier.
I would say 2 if I were to have kids.
Okay.
Because like 1, maybe because we're like
Okay.
2.
Yeah. Usually that's what it is. And girl, boy, or boy, girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because same for me. I would probably like 2 is easy, right? Like you have the mom, dad, and
You fit in a car.
Yeah, you fit in a car. You don't have to call 2 Ubers. But I feel like if I had 2 sons or 2 daughters, I might go for a third. just because you want a mix, right? You don't want like, I don't know. I want both son and daughter, but those are things, you know, you can't really plan
Choose.
for. Yeah. I might. If I had the money and the luxury of time or whatever, if I had 2 sons and 2 daughters, I might go for a third. Yeah. That's not surprising. A lot of people do that.
I mean, even if I had the money to do it, I don't think I would choose. I would just let it like be natural.
That's valid. What do you respect most about me? I can go first.
Okay.
I think you're really good. I think you're really good at building relationships. I think that's something that a lot of people don't have, because when we were both in Japan, everyone's like, "Oh, you're Suzu Sakai's, or you're Suzu's little brother," right? And even when I go to a place that I've never been to, like people know me for your little brother. So you're just like a social butterfly. And the way you got into you get work, like you're in theater right now, like a lot of those are based on connections.
Yeah.
And you need that ability. So I would say that's something that I would respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
Thanks.
Yes.
Thanks.
Oh, God.
Something I admire about you is, I think like you have a plan. You always, well, for better or for worse, you always have to have a plan.
Okay.
And I'm very like shōdōteki.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I dive in head first, while you
a bit
like
too much. Yeah.
sometimes. And you are a very like meticulous planner.
Okay, yeah.
And I think that is a very good trait to have that I don't. I think you're very funny. Maybe because you like manzai a lot.
That's true. I like owarai a lot. That is true. If we traded lives for a day, how would you spend that day? So you live in New York, you work in theater. I currently work in Japan. I work for an IT firm.
Yeah.
Right? And we kind of know what our day-to-day's like.
Right.
So say you're in my body for a day, what would you do?
I'd probably hate my life.
Not true.
Well, because I don't want to work at a company.
Well, like, you get to go to the gym, first of all, first thing in the morning, right? That's nice.
That's true. That's nice.
Right? You head to work.
I mean, okay, I'll go to. If I was repeating the same thing you were doing, right?
That is true. I guess that's a bad
Like,
question.
are you saying that I live your life, your daily life, or like I'm just you and I
You
get
can
to
do whatever you want, okay? And you can not go to work and get me fired the next day. Like, if I were you, if I were in New York, right? Well, I would have a husband, like all of a sudden.
Yes, you have a very nice husband.
I might try to live that marriage life before I get married. You know what I'm saying? I'll be a girl, so I'll be attracted to your husband. So I'll be able to experience marriage life. right?
Sure,
We'll have
okay.
the small like arguments here and there, but
For a day.
no, like did you clean the bathroom kind of stuff. We'll take a walk around like parks in New York. I'll probably do that. I want to grab afternoon tea with my girlfriends, like my girls.
Oh, okay.
Like that, being a girl,
Yeah.
like that's stuff I would want to do. Like maybe go shopping in Soho, grab afternoon tea.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that. And like, I want to talk about. I want to talk about things that girls gossip about, because those are places guys can't go to, right? Those are like conversations guys can't really hear. I want to talk about like do girl gossip.
Do girl gossip? Yeah, girl gossip is fun.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would want to do as a guy.
Yeah, it's not very exciting. What would you say is your favorite childhood obsession? Like obsession. We grew up together, so I obviously know your hobbies, your interests. Like you read a lot of manga.
Yeah.
We listened to a lot of J-pop. Like growing up in the US, I feel like we were very close to Japanese culture.
Well, I wouldn't say close, but we were really obsessed with the things that we had access to. Right. Because that was the only thing that kept us like Japanese.
Yeah. So what would you, if someone were to be like, what's your favorite childhood obsession?
Obsession? Manga.
Manga. What exactly? Like Hagaren?
Yeah, like Conan, Hagaren, Desu Note, like, Inuyasha, like, yeah.
So
I don't know if it was...
That's true. For you, it would be manga, I would say.
Manga, kana, yeah.
Because for me, I would say I had two phases. I had the Anpanman phase, which was like early, like very early.
Yeah, but Anpanman was in Japan.
No, I had a book of like all the Anpanman characters. And
in elementary school? Or like in preschool, kindergarten?
I had my Anpanman phase, and then I had my Pokemon
phase.
Pokemon was so long. But I feel like a lot of people
and
go
you learned
through this.
katakana through Pokemon.
But it was crazy. Like I had figures.
But I think what we're similar with is that we get obsessed really easily.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
I feel like both of us in different ways are like if we like one thing and set our mind to one thing, it's like that's the only thing.
I would definitely say, but for me it's very obvious. Like it's Pokemon. Like no, I cannot argue anything else.
Yeah.
It's rooted Pokemon.
Yeah.
And for you it would be manga, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where is home to you? If someone were to be like, where's home?
Yeah.
What would you say? Because we don't have a jimoto, right?
No.
Like
and we never really grew up with like
so
Oba-chan-chi ga jimoto, right? It's
so I grew up in so we were both born in Japan and we moved to the US. I was 3 years old, you were like six, right? And then we spent like 6-7 years in the US.
6 years then in the US and then 3 years in Chiang Mai in Thailand.
Yeah. For me it was 4 years.
Yeah.
And then whatever in Japan after.
Then we went to Japan and then,
but so where would home be to you?
For me, it's not really about the place.
Okay.
It's about the people.
No,
because if I go back to Japan and there's no one that I know, I wouldn't consider Japan my home.
Okay, no, I think that's one way to take it for sure. Yeah.
I think for me, it's the people.
Okay, because for me, it would be definitely Newport Beach. Like, I have almost zero friends in Newport Beach now, but imagining going back to Orange County, Newport Beach, like a part of my heart is like, like, it's like, like flashbacks of all the things. We go back to Andiamo, that street, that driveway.
Yeah.
There's a special place in my heart that I wouldn't have for other places in Japan, in Chiang Mai.
Right.
Like, that's why I would, like, I don't know anyone there anymore, but for me, that would be the definition of home.
Because that's the longest, like, that's the place we've lived the longest.
Exactly.
In our life.
Yeah.
Home is where the heart is.
If you were to pick another job, what would it be? Like, you currently work in theater, I work in an IT firm. Let's put credentials aside. Like, say you have the credentials to do anything.
I'd want to do so many different things.
Okay.
I would, but I think the one thing I wouldn't do is work in... No, the one thing I wouldn't do is work in an office.
Okay. No, same. If I were to choose, I wouldn't go back to the office. Like,
no?
Why would I choose sararima? I'm already a sararima. I'd say I want to be a singer. Like, I feel like talent is something it's not something you're born with. Obviously, you can become a better singer as you practice, but being able to stand well, like it depends on the level of the singer.
Yeah.
Being able to stand in front of a huge crowd
Yeah.
and make
Yeah.
people's emotions move. I think that's something that not everyone can do.
Yeah.
And so that's something I respect about singers.
Yeah. Okay, so if I were to go like totally different from theater and creative, I think I would want to be like a researcher or like a doctor
Okay.
and find the cure to cancer or something.
Okay.
Because like academia is, I don't think,
Not
a strong suit for me.
So not like practice, but academia.
I don't know. Well, research.
You don't want to. Okay.
And maybe I do that, but research is something that I've never done.
Yeah. And you're
So if I can like find the cure to
Probably-
cancer, like, no,
and you're probably terrible at it.
you said I have all the credentials,
Yeah, but okay, sure.
right?
Yeah, okay.
And I have talent.
Do you still have stuff on your bucket list?
Of course I do.
Okay. Give me what is it?
I mean, like, a thing that I could just go and do is skydiving.
Okay.
Like, I would love to go skydiving.
All right. Easy. You can do that in a day. What else would it like?
I mean, I would love to win a Tony someday.
Okay.
Being
yeah,
in
those
theater,
long-term ones.
You know,
Good. Yep.
I would love to live in Europe.
Where?
I mean, I'd love Spain.
Okay. Oh, you
Italy for the food.
Want? Okay.
I'd want to go to culinary school.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you have on your bucket list?
Like just off the top of my head, I want to go to Dubai. Just
For
'cause-
what?
I don't know. It seems chill. Like. Like
Because you've never been.
Yeah. We've been to a lot of countries, but
Yeah.
I feel like Dubai is just someplace that's you know, something.
I want to go to Antarctica.
Okay, sure, yeah. Oh no, it's too cold. I don't want to go to Antarctica. I guess the long-term one, like your Tony, is
YouTube subscribers.
no, yeah, YouTube would be nice. I think because I've started doing bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Being able to stand on an international stage at some point down my life would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right now, obviously it takes time. You don't build muscle in a day, but like that is a long-term goal that, might come true, might not, but it is a bucket list. Yeah, I think the rest of it is just like life in general, right? Like getting married, you got married, getting married, having kids, like, yeah.
That was never on my bucket list though.
I mean, that's on my bucket list, like happiness.
Yeah, but you can be happy without getting married.
That is true. Not for me though. So we talk in English.
Mostly.
Yeah, and then we talk to mom and dad in Japanese, right? So when there's the four of us, I would talk to you in English.
Well, we would talk to each other in Japanese.
Sort of, but it's kind of weird.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
I
we
don't
don't-
feel weird.
Oh, really? I feel like we got used to it over the years.
Yeah,
because there's mom and dad.
I feel like
Yeah.
before it was strictly English.
Yeah, okay. But still, I feel like we generally talk in English.
Yeah, I don't find it like talking in English is weird.
Yeah, but mom and dad don't understand half the things we're saying. You know what I'm saying?
And it's
Like,
good to keep it that way sometimes.
I sometimes wonder how much they understand.
I think they just block it out.
They're just smiling.
No, I think they just block it out. Maybe they do understand.
Yeah, because sometimes they're like, soyeba.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like,
I think they catch words.
yeah.
I don't think they might not understand fully, but they
is
catch words. And I don't think it's weird that we talk in English.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I talk to my parents in Japanese
Oh yeah, for sure. That's how we learned most of our Japanese.
when we were little.
Yeah.
What's your goal for like 2025?
Oh, 2020. Well, 2025 is a year of change for me.
Yeah.
Like I already competed twice.
Yeah.
Early on in the year, which was a goal. Like FWJ was the federation I wanted to compete in that I didn't last year. That's ticked. I have other career plans that I have planned that I will share in a future video, but I'm not going to talk about now.
Yeah.
But obviously a big career move for me.
Right.
With new challenges.
Yeah.
Do you have any goals?
Goals for 2025, get married again. Meaning I'm going to have a wedding.
That is true.
In Japan. And it's very different.
So you're married in the US, but you're having your wedding.
Well, I did a court wedding here, which is kind of like Nuseki in Japan, but court wedding here, but I haven't done like a wedding for a family.
True. Yeah, that's fun.
I think that's a big thing, and getting my green card.
Yeah. Oh, I have one more goal.
Okay.
Grow my subscribers. So don't forget to
Subscribe, like, and share.
my YouTube channel. But yeah, I mean, this is something I started like 2 months ago. So I don't know. I'll see how long I'll continue. But
Oh, another 2025 goal is be in your videos more.
we'll see about that. It depends on how this video goes.
Like and subscribe.